I'm at 3 seconds. We see Bohemians versus Vietnamese. Bit too slow civs for the map, but Winchester made the Vietnamese work on it.
Too slow on these live sets. I'm at 13 seconds. I can't pause fast enough.
I know it's 5 times speed to 13 and then now landed at 14 twice. Alright, I'm ready. If there's a mod that could do predictions, we could, but I won't spend time on it since we're behind. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Golden Lakes. We've got Euphory on the Bohemians for the first game, and Mojito housed with the Vietnamese, but gets it up now. And it's a little toughy for the Bohemians, you think? For the Vietnamese, you think?
For the Vietnamese? I was going to say maybe tough for Bohemians. You have to have real solid... Well, but Euphory will have solid Halb and siege control, I think. So maybe it's alright.
He should as a Michi player, yeah. The question is more the opening for him. It's a little bit far away, but he's making chicken castles. So, looking pretty solid here. Elephants coming out pretty straight away. For Mojito, only 1 barracks. Obviously, you're not really fearing a cav rush. Although the Bohemians have opened 2 stables.
Bohemian Cavalier, not... It's quite bad Cavalier, really. But, I mean, it's a fast unit that maybe Euphory can get some damage in with. And it's elephants and fire lancers for Mojito. We did say if there's ever a fire lancer civ in DM, it's the Vietnamese.
Yeah, mainly because they are not costing food, so you can use your food for elephants and villagers instead. So the only civ I don't mind fire lancers with, but the Bohemian Cavalier Rush is finding value. 2 villagers already.
2 vills down. Could deny docks too if it keeps on, but the fire lancers track it down. And is there Mojito housed though is really tough. It's gonna allow you free to catch up on help numbers, maybe.
Euphory has some production issues. Only used to producing villagers only used to producing villagers for the first 15 minutes of the game.
That's true. That's a good point.
So he will have good production after 15 minutes, because then 3D has ended in his head. Obviously, all these comments you only understand if you watch Deathmatch Michi before, which is played on Turbo and with a 15-minute 3D, and obviously on the map Michi. I guess that's the background knowledge you need to know for what Euphory does most of the time in AV2. Maybe he also plays Bamboo Nothing. A lot of the people play that as well. Elephants facing the Halberdiers. Lots of elephants going down there. We've got another Cavalier Rush attempt. 4 villagers down, 5 villagers down, 6 villagers down overall for Mojito. Bohemians with the Cavalier Rush. What the hell? It's working.
Maybe he's not stuck in Michi Turbo DM with the treaty. What a rush by a civ that is usually not rushing.
That's like the opposite, yeah.
He's getting into the Bohemian calm.
Yeah, wagons out as well, but the elephants are strong. And the fire lancers should still do okay versus the Halberdiers.
These are not good fights with
elephants
the
in front though, and the fire lancers are just running after the random light cav that are even sniping the bombard cannons. Sam already calls GG for Euphory.
I will say, when the brackets were revealed for this tournament, my first reaction was I should have switched with Euphory in divisions.
Well, that is clearly wrong, though. Seeing you play, you are definitely not too high.
Yeah, but Euphory is a great player, so he's a spooky guy. But Halbs are running out.
I trusted Frost on the Michi guy sitting.
Oh, it was a Frost thing, I see.
Oh, you should know the Michi guy's better than me.
Yeah, it's true.
Mojito with a
Bit of a
strong push
pushback
rush
here.
in here. We've got raiding stables with the Bohemians, which I definitely is a first.
Let's go.
Euphory looked like the strongest international B player in DM Nations Cup to me, though, in most of their games. But this is a strong push in for Mojito. The bombard cannons behind. It's a lot of elephants. Where the Halberdiers? The Halberdier numbers are not really too high for Euphory here. So
Yeah,
even
the Hussite
Bohemian
wagons are
Halberdiers
not
kind of doing okay value of the elephants. Rattan archers finally appear against the elephants. All the castles were delayed by the Cavalier rush.
Yep. They snipe some bombard cannons nicely. They're sniping villagers now. Hussite wagons really are not adding very much to this fight.
I mean, they would add something if there was more Rattans, right? But kind of protect the Halberdiers from the Rattans. Rattans only arrive now. The elephants are going down, though.
Yeah,
Welcome,
help numbers are getting
Eisen.
back up.
Yeah, do watch the Michi,
Castle
guys. I
for
did post it on Michi.
Mojito. I think it's denied. Well, maybe not. Oh, maybe it is. I jinxed him. Maybe it was closer than I thought it was gonna be.
97.51%. More elephants in the base. Villagers are trying to get to the castle, but it gets killed by the Haufnitze at the back. Elephants fighting at the front. We do have the Cavalier Light Cav rushing in from the right side, from the raiding stables of the Bohemians, which is such a crazy play. Mojito down to 50 population. Mojito has bombard cannon still, but the pop isn't looking too great.
Yeah, Euphory even fishing in the back pond. Mojito having a hotkeys issue.
What is he trying to queue? Fishing ships.
Was he queuing demos? The classic?
I didn't see it, but maybe he just didn't have a hotkey or something. He's queuing fishing ships now.
Maybe.
Didn't make any wrong ships, but while he
He's
was
Cavalier,
looking at his
bro.
stocks hotkey, he's losing everything to Bohemian Cavalier. I've never seen Bohemian Cavalier win a deathmatch game. Oh lord, this must feel kind of bad for Mojito. Michi players
Maybe I
are
need to
making a
start
food
making
gold
Cavalier.
unit. Yes, Nace Spike, that's it. This is obviously a food gold unit. So on Michi, Bohemians might.
true.
Do Bohemians actually make Cavalier? I thought they're an all-in before the wood runs out Civ on Michi in my mind. I did practice Michi and I had practice games against people playing Bohemians.
Really? I don't
Yeah, they didn't make
remember
Cavalier
ever
though.
seeing the Bohemians.
Yeah,
in
my
that
practice games they made appearances.
tournament.
Nova played them against me in practice, and I think I anomaly did too. They didn't make Cavalier.
Mojito's eco is really looking really bad, and he calls the GG here. Man, again, he was right up in Euphory's face. Really strong push, but couldn't quite capitalize off it.
Yeah, I just didn't have counters to the Halberdiers, right? And the early Cavalier finding so much value that the Rattan Archers could just never hit the field in time to be with that push. Maybe Mojito pushing a little bit too early, maybe playing more defensively, waiting for the Rattan Archers behind to kill the Halberdiers. If the Elephants push in, would have been the play, but like really nice Bohemian Cavalier rush. This feels so weird to say, delaying everything that Mojito was trying to do.
It worked really well. Obviously, Vietnamese aren't a super fast rushing civ, so maybe Bohemians could get away with it a little bit more. They didn't have to mass up the Halb quite so early, but really well played by Euphory.
Nace Spike has been apparently practicing Michi with Nova and was told to make Haufnitze and Bomber Towers. Nova is never a guy that goes for the food gold unit late game, though. He's very prone to invest all the wood into one big push, so it's less surprising from Nova, I would say. You know his Michi style. But Michi's coming in with style here, Euphory, with the 1-0. 2 late picks.
Yeah, starting out slow. Bohemians are not a bad civ, though, for Euphory. And he doesn't have as many good civs as Mojito does. They have just started the second game. It's going to be hyper random. So Mojito trying again, hoping for not a 2TC start this time, I guess.
Or hoping for one. Maybe he picks Bengalis in anticipation of one and starts with 2 villagers per TC extra.
Yeah.
And he will meet the Mongols and actually curb stomp them with... No, he will meet... No, I think you got Dravidians here. I'm saying Bengalis Dravidians.
I also think Bengalis. I'm gonna guess. So, who? Maybe this is a Portuguese. I'll say Tatars.
I do keep saying the one map that I kind of like Portuguese on is hyper random. They did well in TFC.
Yeah. I mean, they can.
If you get a choke pointy generation of hyper random, Portuguese are actually good. Actually, these need choke points. Choke points or wall starts are nice for them, and they're okay on water. That's why I think on hyper random they're fine. But I'll stick to Dravidians.
Okay, maybe this is Portuguese then. I don't. Dravidians is so scary on hyper random. If you start close together and stuff, it's just really bad.
Well, what's your guess? Death Remington?
I said Bengalis, Tatars.
Right. Oh, you want the elephant? I think that's another map though with the Tatars. It is Portuguese. We talked about it. We didn't dare to guess them. Hey, it's Portuguese and they get a wild start. Mojito. Mojito talked so much about my hyper random curse that it went over to him now. It's an actual full wild and water start for the Portuguese. Beautiful hyper random map, but especially beautiful for the Portuguese. Bengalis are still strong if they can mask their elephant mask. And it's still going to be tough for the Portuguese, but let me know which second you're at.
I'm at 1 second.
Oh.
I was quick this time.
I'm not that far behind anymore, so let me quickly do predictions.
I don't know which civ I prefer on water in DM. Actually, maybe Bengalis still. I also have no idea how much Euphory will play water.
Good question. I'm ready though. Are you?
I am ready.
3, 2, 1. Let's go on to a beautiful hyper random generation. And yeah, I think it's also one that Bengalis wouldn't mind. It's generally good generation for the Portuguese, but should be a fine one for Bengalis. They like water as well. And World Start, they can use all their 5 villages uninterrupted. Can also be sweet. We also have Aristagorath on the field, who is not Spanish, but I don't know why it's good like that. And we've got Dionysius blessing us with wine from his merchant ship, but also with a very pointy ballista. Where's the Dionysius of Mojito? Might actually matter the chips here. Of course, Mojito has learned his lesson from the previous set. He's not looking at his ship. This time it would be worth it to have the hero ship. 400 HP! Oh, po. That can decide some water fights. 400 HP and regen? That ship is busted. The Cav hero is not too important because of the World Star.
Portuguese OP, it's 482 HP for the Portuguese Dionysus.
That's such a difference! Portuguese bonus is so good on high HP units. Holy crap.
Really? It's crazy.
That's why you pick Portuguese. So your ship has more HP if you random into a ship. I'm okay with that reason. I just think on a standard map, Bombard Cannon Deathball doesn't work, but I'm okay with the ship being busted as a reason to pick them. Come buy up, guys. We're not. Mojito's terribly housed, sadly. 25. 25.
Fatoria for Euphory. No. Double Fatoria.
No. What the hell? Bohemian Cavalier into Fatoria. What's this guy doing?
There's
Don't
so
tell me
much
this
gold
works
on
this
this
way.
stone on this map, by the way. But he's still going for the Fatoria.
12k stone? 12k stone isn't that much, but 52k gold is a lot.
Oh boy. Okay, this is gonna be a banger.
Stones are kind of low on stone. Well, the wins to the base are good. Elephants, and the hero. Hero is fighting. Euphory's high HP hero is on the shallow terrain. No! Dionysios, the extra 84, 82 HP go to
Oh
waste.
man.
Shameful display by Euphory. Too busy making Fatorias to take care of the true heroes of his town.
Yep. Third Fatoria for Euphory. How many does he make? How many should you make? I guess 0. But
Yeah.
if you're not gonna make 0, how many should you make?
Well, then it should be 1, because that's closer to 0.
Okay.
I mean, I guess the chat move would be to make 10 and have 0 population otherwise, but you know that doesn't win a game.
Not much military for Euphory. He's got 15 halbs on the field and some bombard
Yeah, because he's
cannons.
housed, because he's making Fatoria. Like, Mojito was like actually housed. They was supposed to be behind. Euphory artificially housed himself by going triple Fatoria. Now some Hamadias are entering out. I mean, the kind of creative / troll play with the Weaving Cavalier worked in game 1. I'm very much hoping the freaking Fatoria play does work here too. Traps are out early for Mojito, like that a lot. He also has both his heroes alive, so clearly a win.
True.
Dionysius is just standing around on the water somewhere. Aristogoras is actually leading the elephants to battle. Only 200 HP on the guy though, and 16 attacks, so he's far less mighty than the one guy on the ship. Traps have stopped trapping in fear of the bombard cannons and the dark.
What a map for Euphory. He'd be dead already without these walls, by the way.
It's a Michi start.
Yep, that's right.
Mojito making ships. He's making docks. He made a dock. I mean, there's no need right now. Euphory is only using his own island, so land military is probably better.
I mean,
elephant rams would go hard here, I think.
Fatoria. You can snipe all the Fatoria with cannon galleons from the back.
True. I would really like to see elephant rams though.
I love organ guns. They're one of my favorite units, but I don't think they. Well, no, I don't think they do that well here.
Okay, you don't care at all about the armored siege elephants. I think they would be super good and could raise the base. The elephant archers
With the walls,
it
probably would be better, yeah. But
so Trap's having trouble trying to get through the walls right now with the bombard cannons around. So if you just show up with siege elephants from the right side, with the bombard cannons being on the left, bombard cannons are finding value behind these walls. Like, Mojito can't get through the walls, he is wasting a little. As the honor just behind, I really like that generally for Bengalis to make honor just behind the elephant mass. Get through the walls in the most defensible spot.
But he's on gold, so that's fine. Euphory has so much res.
Pop space more the issue. 100 pop space in civil already. 3 Fatorias plus 40. Issue is more what do you make here with the Portuguese. Lots of elephant archers, I think. If you had the siege with it, you could just go elephant, battle elephant. Elephant archers have problems against the bombard cannons. Battle elephants would just run in and stomp now.
Bombard cannons with the ballistics can actually do pretty good against these elephants grouped up.
Yeah, it's such a good unit if nobody micros. And nobody is microing. Units
getting sniped.
not even on spread formation, the elephant archers, they're just clumped in one spot. Oh, the bombard cannons are finding so much value. That's the Portuguese Cavalier. I mean, it's only a push for Mojito, right? He still has his own island, so he has a lot of room to fall back. He's making a castle forward. Battle elephants coming out again. Portuguese Helvetiers aren't the greatest, no squires, so it's hard for them to actually find the damage they want to do.
was gonna say he's gaining an eco lead, but I guess Euphory is gonna be overboomed if he makes any more villagers with the Fatorias.
He is indeed. Mojito's eco is only on gold so far, traveling quite long distances. Through a gate and through wooden choke points.
Oh, jeez.
Gold eco is not looking beautiful.
There we go.
Focusing on the fights.
It's a mill.
He's
He's milling the gold.
Oh, that one, I guess. I guess he's also making TC. Ah, lots of nerfs for Mojito.
Take the fight at the front. But
needs
just
to
can't
mass up
break
a bit.
through.
Light Cav trying to run in now. Mojito doing the same mistake again after we just cast him. He always just... It's so many Hussars before farms. And even Light Cav before farms now. And he has the elephants as potential. I really like the cannon gains. Let's
Yeah, the
should
cannon gains
stall it out a
great.
bit.
They should just go around the back, honestly. Well, they can do damage here too, I guess.
Onagers dying to the castle. Euphory being too cavalier with them without making the unit in question. Bombard cannons are firing at the castle. Like cannon gains firing at the castle. Bombard cannons trying to aim for the cannon gains, but the elephants deny the castle. There it is, finally, the siege elephant. I didn't think Mojito would think of them actually. They're really good against the organ guns. Like,
They get
is an arrow
slammed by
sponge.
the bombard cannons.
Yeah, they need to fight a little bit left and right, but once they appear, everything is pushed back for Mojito.
And Trebs are here for Mojito. I think he can take out one castle pretty quick at least.
11 coming in with the elephant emote. Let's go. Well, Bombard cannons will deal with the traps. I think that one castle should fall at least, but traps are costly as well, and we are out of food now. Mojito has the gold to make more elephants, but he used all the food to make light cav. I've seen
Mojito
this before.
really is... who was it you were casting the other day that doesn't make farms?
Leaf.
He's a student of Leaf, yeah. He just does not like making farms.
Yeah, but Leaf doesn't make Hussar or light cav for that reason, while Mojito is making the light cav. Like, Leaf's gameplay is all directed around the fact that he doesn't like to make farms, so he always keeps his food forever, so he doesn't need to. Mojito's just... Okay, he's making fishing ships. He loves making fishing ships, I guess. And... I wanted to say there's a lot of fish, but look at the value of the fish. 124 only per salmon. That's gonna run out super quick at the back.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to maintain elephant production on that, I think.
Also tough to maintain the elephants being alive if they're not moving against the Portuguese bombard cannons.
And the Halb.
And the help.
Mojito. He's focused on the fish boom.
If they stop, if they get a micro hit anyway, the Portuguese don't hit anything. If you if you just move the unit after they shoot, as long as the Portuguese don't attack ground, they will always miss. That's why Portuguese bombard cannons, if the opponent micros, well, can be a trap. Monks! Monks! We're going monks!
Bengali monks.
Unfortunately, I think there is heresy, right? Yeah, Portuguese. No. No illumination. Yeah, they do get heresy.
Versus some micro, at least from the bombard cannon. Saves the castle a couple shots. It's only bombard cannons for Euphory.
Had some heads as well, right? He's massively overboomed now, 85 villagers.
Yeah.
If he still has all 3 Fatorias, yeah. I mean, massively, I guess that amounts to 60, 145. It is an overboom, but I've seen worse.
Yeah, it's not the worst in the world. I mean, Mojito's going to get to that number, but it's mostly fishing ships.
Yeah, and it's one army. But it's still 55, so there is still an army on the field for Euphory. And while low amounts of anything don't deal with 18 bombard cannons. You need a high amount of cav or and a high amount of siege launchers, ideally. That combination predicts every Portuguese army. If there's not a drop point.
Yeah, I don't know. Mojito, I don't know if he knows what units he wants to make, which I think can happen against the Portuguese. Sometimes it feels like they have all the answers, right? In the lower divisions, anyway.
No, I can't understand what you mean, but I guess the lower divisions can. Heavy cavalry. Paladins.
Yeah,
Battle
that's what the
elephants
help.
is the
Well,
answer.
yeah. If there's not enough help, then yeah.
Yeah, even if there's enough help, they don't have squires. You can always run around them. I mean, you have the micro.
Oh, Portuguese don't have squires. That's weird.
Yes, that's why they're so bad.
That's the tech that I've been missing. I keep wondering why they're so bad. It's squires.
It's just Bohemians without OP helvetiers. Instead, they've got shit helvetiers. Because squires is really important, at least on high level. But in Division 13, I think Portuguese are very easy to play. The bomber cans kind of micro themselves. You just need to make helps to protect them. You have solid other options in every other area. And yeah, they beat the Bengalis here for Mojito.
Yeah,
Mojito had a strong push again, right? But
yeah,
just a mic. I think like the elephants are all just standing there getting shot by the bombard cannons. It was more or less a micro problem. I would like to see some more melee elephants, the two types of melee elephants, but I think even with the army he had, with a little bit of micro side switching, could have been a lot done there.
I think Nath is correct that Mojito often suffers from streaming units in instead of trying to mask behind more and then roll in with everything.
Yeah.
And you definitely can't do that against those bombard cannons.
A lot of people do that, right? To really stop the army
Oh,
trickle.
yeah.
That
For sure.
if you don't trickle army, you shoot up a lot of divisions. Because apparently it takes a lot of experience. I used to do it as well. It takes a lot of experience to fix your gather points, to know what you're doing, to be calm enough to do things in the right order. Panic always makes you kind of trickle because you miss your gather points then for all the different units or different buildings. So it's very easy thing to watch and say if you would just mass behind instead of trickling, but it's a lot more complicated to put into practice.
Yes, I agree. Things are going from bad to worse on the Portuguese narrative, though. Now they've won another game with Vitoria opening.
I think people like Keller, etc., are already licking their fingers for freaking Andy and freaking Chris picking Portuguese in Div 1.
True.
That's where we up the Portuguese losses usually. The freaking brothers loving them for whatever reason.
Yeah, they do as well. They were losing to the Way last season, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. I think, was that Zarya beating Andy with a Way or something? And in the finals again, they lost to Way. I think they lost twice to Way. Way was also a massive cooking pick. But like, Way have good heavy calf, right? And heavy calf beats Portuguese. That's their counter. Do we know which map we're going to next already? We should be relatively caught up. Oh, we're not quite caught up. We're going to Savannah.
Yeah.
I guess this is Tatars versus Berbers?
I'm gonna guess Tatars, Huns.
Alright. More hopeful pick for Mojito for me. Let's see what it is. Let's go to game 3.
My
I think
God.
mods are here now, so I don't need to. Points! Oh boy! First time in the tournament we're seeing the Poles played. Let's go. I think Euphory is going a bit for the memes this set.
This could be the one chance for a Pole victory this entire tournament.
Nate got one against me famously, so he's a Pole fan. I think I beat him with Poles multiple times since, but he once won a game against me with Poe, so that's his lore story. I'm at 0 seconds. Gamba is up as well. Kiki has arrived, so we do get mod Gamba, and I can lean back. Really nice.
I am at 11 seconds.
And I'm way better at hitting like 3 or 4 minute timings on full speed than I'm at hitting these high numbers. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the first ever and maybe last pole game in Tarnished Deathmatch Season 7. Euphory can win with Bohemian Cavalier, so I mean Pole Cavalier are better.
True.
And cheaper.
That's true, they're better and cheaper, yeah.
They have Bloodlines, also missed the last armor, and they're cheaper.
They do have worse everything than the Huns, except for, I suppose, infantry.
Monitor. They have Monitor. Oh, they have worse infantry as well.
True.
No heavy,
yeah, that's
the
true.
infantry is worse. But they have Warbuch.
Oh, yeah, they don't get Halb.
You're getting 2 Vil kills, though. 3 Vil kills. Ooh, no, not 3. Alright. At least only 2. Another time it's a matchup where Mojito has to rush, and where Fear Mojito will be too...
Rush now.
Fearful. Okay, he's sending forward. He's sending forward. Finally.
I know, I was worried he'd stay home with everything, because he lost the villagers. I feel like he psychs himself out if he loses a vill or 2. But
he also didn't rush sometimes when he killed villagers, though, in the last set, right?
Yeah, that's true. Paladin coming in. There's villagers out here. So there's some return damage.
It's scouting opponents with life sets? Lots of walls in the base for Euphory. I don't really know what they're quick walling in, but... I was quick walling in a villager that has just finished the castle. Mojito getting some snipes, Euphory getting more villager snipes at the front as well. But at least that does matters less for Huns, because they don't need to build houses. So if both Civs lose villagers, usually good for Huns. Question is, will Mojito make siege though? We'll need that for the famous Hun big 10-minute push.
Yeah, you need the castles faster than you think you do with the Huns, because you're not making units out of them, but you really need Trebs out early if you're not going. I guess Rams is their other option, but it's a lot of pikemen.
Made finals in the Regicide Rumble? I've not been following it. I'm fully watching TDM.
Kiki had a really good
could find in here. Only Palisade works for Euphory, so it's actually an RMer, even though we thought he was a DMer from Michi.
Oh, and he misses the last one. Oh!
Not that these walls matter, the Paladins one-tap them anyways, but Mojito believes in them and then they work. 8 to 8 Eco KD, Mojito finding more value with the Paladins, gets another one there at the back.
QC still denied, nicely. Castles are completing, so we really need the siege. It's actually going to be siege ram for Mojito, not trebuchet. I guess he hasn't gotten the castles up yet.
King's Knight final, congratulations! I tried to get in last time, I've given up on it. I need to go up, get high elo enough to get into the pro games, then I win Regicide Rumble.
There you go.
I think if I would play it, I would win it, but at least get to the finals. But it's so hard to get in.
Yeah. What do the polls do now?
Counter ram? Make an Obu ram push from the left side while you're being pushed from Mojito's rams at the right side?
Yeah, I guess so. Arbalest is the sneaky best unit the Poles can make late game, but... Well, I mean, there's not going to be any onagers on the field. Maybe that's not terrible.
There's a lot of paladins on the field, though. They're eating the pikes, and the Caravachas behind are eating the pikes, obviously, as well. Rams moving in. Would like to see some trebuchets from Mojito. kind of the safer way to push for Hans, going for a forward castle. He does have a castle up. What did I click here? Fucking hell.
Euphory's planning for the late game. He's going for a very interesting forward TC.
Yeah, I will not move my camera for that one. Rams are moving on to the base, but you can see it on the minimap. Paladins chase the Alps onto the castle. Really nice saving move there by Euphory. Heavy push into the base though. What the Poles actually do really need it. Onagers, the one advantage they have over the Huns. Onagers are now coming out, but I think that is a little late.
Yeah, there's a lot of Paladin on the production buildings. I guess they are underneath quite a few castles, but Rams are on the castles now.
Yeah, one castle should definitely fall. Paladins should maybe... Yeah, a bit far in. It's risky for Mojito to waste too much here. Cavatras are nicely behind the Rams though, so they should be dealing some damage. Ubu, the strongest Polish unit apart from the Onagers. And generally the power unit. Dead. More coming. How many more though? Not many more in production. Is there any market taken? Doesn't look like it. Welcome, Chipmunk.
There's Mojito hitting the market now. Sells food, which I guess makes sense.
Some helps for the Huns might be nice as well. Yeah, some helps in the Rams perhaps. Trebuchets also still work wonders if you can just protect them with the Cavatras. And Trebuchets also have a bonus.
That's true. Yeah, they can kind of snipe Onagers maybe if need be.
Yeah, and other traps. The golden trap was. But that's not relevant here, so yeah. Two more Rams going in, not many more. The forward castle should really be making trebuchets. Siege is kind of running out for Mojito, yes.
No, I'm worried he's going to run out of steam again because he doesn't have the siege.
Yeah. Sending more Rams forward.
He's taking great fights.
Eco behind though, yeah. His Eco even has farms this game, so.
That's true, that's true. Paladin arrived forward, but they will die again. Still fighting underneath this castle.
Ups doing good damage. The castle's shooting at the CA. Yeah, was targeted. It's not shooting at the Rams. Also, the Rams are a bit trickled. Skirmishers for Euphory. Okay, some hope is there for Mojito.
I mean, it's mostly Cav archers. I think probably just Arbalest, straight Arbalest is better, but I suppose Euphory is worried about his gold. His main gold is right at the front there, so he can't take that.
Yeah, it's even under
a lot of Cav archers dying.
Yeah, no cavalry for Mojito anymore because he's Kyoto-Sag and not again for the 10th time in a row. You've got gold, Eco. Just wait for the gold to come in and make Paladin. Or elephant!
Trebs.
Or Tarkans! Tarkans! Exactly, Tarkans! Black President is right, you should make Tarkans here.
Trebs have been made, but they're all in the back of Mojito's base, not from the forward castle.
Oh, Tarkans would be so good!
Yeah, they would be.
Against the up instead of Hussar with 12, no food. Gold in the bank, and it's also in the queue.
Yeah, and the Hussar does not last against this many Arbalests.
It's over, guys. He's making a Hussar.
Yeah, this is a good fight. Kind of.
Is it?
Polish wins Hussar now.
Yeah, Euphory's making Hussar, but he has farms, so he can make Hussar. And Mojito always has the order wrong. He's making first the Hussars and then the farms. Now he's made the farms. At least he made them now, I guess, but all the Hussars are just gonna die. If we had that food in
Mojito snipes
Tarkans.
the castle on the left-hand side. It was just placed down, and he happened to have a ram passing by, so that's really nice.
On left. Oh, on the right he had a castle denied. Oh, looked at that. Oh yeah, there. Okay, interesting side base. Okay, side raiding base. I like the side raiding base. Also secures the
Great map
stone.
control for Mojito.
Now the trebuchets are being masked, but we don't really have anything about the armors right now, so those trebuchets cannot move forward. They will, however. Oh boy, they're dead. I think. Yeah, our pike is just a stronger army here. There's not enough CA.
Yeah. Mojito might get the TC at least. Might keep Euphory off the gold a little bit longer.
Rams are not at the front. Now he's losing the CA to the Arbalesters. It's such a chain of little things that are going wrong.
Mojito has the hill against the Arbs. So he might win this one. Good micro for Euphory.
I just saw Exada Scorpion die. Has to be noted. Euphory pushing on the left side back with some trebuchets and the cracked wing to Tsar. Only 27 active farmers. There were some raids in the back, idling the economy. That's good for Mojito. He has 42 farms. Trebuchets chilling on that farm eco. And he's pushing at the front now. The Arbs have died actually. Rams in front of P.
Yeah, he might be okay. His eco is quite solid now. He needs more cav archers probably. But might be able to push down another castle here. He'll lose it on the left-hand side, I think, but this castle isn't on that much. It's not protecting that much.
Chipmunk is hyping that Scorpion up. Remind me after the game to go back in time and look at that Scorpion. But yeah, Mojito is kind of turning it around, clearing the armors and everything. So now can even position one trap on a castle, and the Ram still no strong cavalry for Mojito. If he had like 20 targets, he could send villagers for and take the main gold of Euphory, and taking the opponent's main gold ends the game, usually. Should have the
got
game
a trap here. Where are the rest of his traps, actually? He's got 6.
In his farmico.
Ah, that's not ideal. Oof. They're trying their best.
To be farmers.
Cavalier is back for Euphory. Might clear all the cav archers.
Yeah, wanna act like Hera and Viper at Red Bull. The trebuchets.
Yeah.
You know why?
I think it's still fine. I think it's still fine. Castle falls.
Do you know why they're acting like that? Like Hera and Viper?
Red Bull, you said?
At Red Bull, yeah.
My memory doesn't go back that far. What did they do?
Because they are outstanding in their field.
Oh, I see.
Nearly joke.
Yeah.
Turning them to idle villagers. Euphory trying to get his main gold.
His only
not
gold.
Succeed though.
Well, not quite. He's got about 1,000 gold in his base, plus whatever he can get off the stone.
Random ram rush at the right side. Could have added the word rolling in there too, I feel.
The Winged Hussar raid from Euphory actually reminds Mojito he has the Trebs back there, so that's a great raid for Mojito.
Trebs are rolling. The sneaky TC, by the way, never went up. What a shame.
He hasn't deleted it though. Might still happen. The dream's still alive. I really wish Mojito would castle his farms.
Yes.
This one Winged Hussar is killing so much back here. It's denied a TC.
First we thought it was good for Mojito, right? Because he reminded him of his traps. But somehow seeing that did not remind him of the Hussar.
Oh,
He made
geez.
2 paladins and cleared it. No, it's fine. And he has the traps at front, but there's bombard cannons. Can we snipe them? Should we shoot them?
We're not shooting them. We're
working
shooting
on
the
it.
Arb, though.
That's fine.
Paladin.
Because the paladin are clearing it. Never. No, they're not. Okay, they are.
Fine.
Okay, oh good. Oh good. The traps are firing at stables though instead of at the castle. Traps do behave weirdly at times.
Yeah,
Not
they
sure
do.
that was clicked, but I think that's more melee than a click. But you have to check the player's actions to know for sure. Mojito. I would love a castle on that hill for Mojito. And some more army. 5k gold, making Hussar.
His
We're
farms
backing.
are so bad after that one-winged Hussar raid. He just does not have the
That's an issue.
farms.
And the reason we should not be making Hussar again. But
Well, Hussar are doing work, though, on the left-hand side of Euphory's base. It's also one of the last wood lines Euphory has solid access to.
that is the only market? Oh, it's annoying to lose the market. I think that's his only market. That's why he should double market.
Used to be, yeah. It's true.
Euphory knew
Panic
in game 1.
Castle. I guess it goes up.
Panic Castle and very forward castle as well. While you were looking at the raids, there's a forward castle of Mojito. That is not
Nice.
on the hill where I wanted to see it for the push, but I also like this one because it is stealing the main gold of the opponent.
Gold's not really what Mojito is lacking, but
Yeah, but
you
it
can
is what
take some
Euphory is
gold from your
lacking.
opponent. Yeah, exactly. I think Mojito has this one. I don't think Euphory is going to be able to produce enough. Although he is still expanding to the right nicely.
Please don't jinx Mojito. I'm still very worried.
Oh look, Mojito's outposting it. He'll see it. And he can raid this easily.
Yeah, you can see it. That's true. Outpost OP, biscuits. Shaping the meta. Another defensive castle on the farms for Euphory. He wants that 5-0 for the puntos. Or at least the 3-0.
This castle will not go up.
Shouldn't have picked poles then maybe though.
Yeah.
Castle denied! Okay. Now I start believing.
Yeah. He's raiding the right-hand farm expansion.
GG
And
call!
today is not the day for the polls. It's not yet time.
Mojito wins his first game in Tarnished Deathmatch history.
True.
With the Hans, the classic. That's a good first game win, right? Hans win, always best win. For someone who played in the old days, which Mojito did.
Yeah, not as good as a Dravidian first win, but it's a good one.
Yeah, come on, give it a bit to the old schoolers. Both our civs are a little bit too new to have this flair around them.
True.
I would say
true,
the same
true.
for Gujaras. But yeah, okay, you're flexing that you won your first game in TDM with Dravidians. I see. 870 to 574 kills in favor of Mojito. And, should not forget it, to check the Scorpion. I thought about it myself, but also now Chipmunk wrote it in chat. We'll go check the Scorpion. We'll have to watch my stream. I keep subbing, but you still don't have pro. So part of that, where's the Scorpion? Mojito's always going forward. It wasn't this area, no? He lost this area at some point. Guess it's after this fight where he loses the castle? I need to remember that hotkey to make timestamps on Capture Edge. Much later? No, there it was! Fuck's sake, you tricked me! Said much later, even though here it is. Let's go back to when that Scorpion was born. Yeah, here it is born.
It was hanging out for a long time. Let's see.
F4,
This was
thanks.
hyped up.
0 kills so far.
There's 50 ARBs on the field, so it could maybe get 50 kills.
And gets one shot. I want to see the ARB HP. Whoa!
Okay.
They're lining up really nicely.
Okay. Oh, that's a perfect lineup. Wait a minute.
He got 1 kill. Biggest letdown of the century, Chipmunk. He got 1 kill and did. I mean, it dealt 280 damage, but
Yeah,
it got 1 kill. It's still not a heavy scope. I know it's shooting in a line and the arms are dying, so it looks like it's killing them, but in reality it's the Hankai Matches that are standing on a hill and they have hill bonus. Great fight for Mojito, mainly not for the Scorpion getting the nice lineup, but for the Kavachas being on a hill. Still looking great though. Was there a second Scorpion? No, that was the only Scorpion, right? Yeah, that was the only Scorpion. I mean, I as much as Chipmunk was kind of wrong, I love the plot twist we had on this little checking sequence more than the Scorpion actually killing 20 units, I think.
Sure.
And I'm happy for Mojito, he got a win.
That's right. Sad for the polls, but happy for Mojito. He deserved that one.
Dude, could have only ended well, right? Either we get
Exactly.
a Polish victory or we get a Mojito victory. Both haven't occurred yet. And Euphory loses his home map on Savannah. Has one hyper random though, so everybody losing their home maps again after we had a bit of a change in trend earlier.
We're going to
next.
Thames next.
I think they're going to Thames.
One of the two for sure.
And I think it will be Mongols. But what does Mojito play?
I think it's Dravidians. I think Mongols are for Akare.
Could be as well, yeah. Yeah, maybe that's the more obvious thought.
This could be it. This could be the Dravidian Gurjara matchup I've been waiting for.
I think Burmese are for Akare. Yeah, could be. I'm saying Mongols Gujaras though. No, I'm saying Mongols Berbers. I think Mojito also expects him. I'm saying Mongols Berbers.
He's gonna go Dravidians on Akare? I don't like that. Or is he not picking the Dravidian?
Tatars? Tatars are pretty good on Akare.
I know, but then he's first picking Dravidians and not even using them.
Yeah, that's what you should do. I mean, not first picking, but...
Oh, Otter, okay. No. Everyone clip that. Otter just said he should first pick Dravidians. You all heard it.
No, it was about the not using part. I will load in. I will try to not look, but I need a minute.
Okay.
Just to make sure I don't miss it.
Yeah. It's usually a slow map, but maybe not all the time. Tatar, you could, yeah, it's true. Tatars could even be here. I think the Cav Archer, Speedy Cav Archer civs are quite good on this map and Fez. In which case you're still not picking the Dravidians, because I think it's Mongols on Akare for sure if you pick Tatars here. Though, this is a set point situation for Euphory, right? He could... I think Mongols match up quite well against... Maybe not Berbers. That's an interesting civ matchup, actually. They match up pretty well against Gurjaras, I think. It's a tricky one. Mojito could pull off a reverse sweep here. Not outside the realm of possibility. So I do think Euphory will be scary with the Mongols wherever he picks them.
Reverse sweep on the back of a Guajara victory. Let's go into them. I think it's a good matchup for the... What the hell happened with the river? For the Gujaras?
This was a re earlier in the Gibraltar series.
They haven't appealed because they're playing this for 7 minutes.
Okay, Mojito is fine with the back dream, I guess.
Can make back docks, I guess.
Yeah, true.
It would be hard to make eco though.
Anymore, but yeah.
Who's the division admin here?
It's a good question. I don't know.
In the brackets.
They always talk about the water
Sniper.
at the bottom, right? But I feel like this is worse.
I didn't know this could happen. I never saw this map trend. Well, they're playing it. The players need to ask for Reese for it to be Reese.
Yeah,
so.
that's right.
I'm at 3 seconds.
I'm at 13.
You're never at 3 when I'm at 3. You're always at 3 when I'm at something else. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Gujaras overcoming a bad map gen against the Mongols of Euphory. I mean, it's like, I think I would like this matchup if I'm playing Gujaras, but I'm not sure it's really got 1 into 13 to be honest, because you need to rush. Right,
you don't need to rush
away in a matchup where you actually want to make camels. No.
Well,
it's only one stable for Euphory. Against everything that's not a camel, riders are better for the rush. So there's no camel. There's nothing being produced by Euphory. Euphory hasn't queued a single unit. Mojito hasn't queued too many himself, and he's not.
I know it's a slow map.
Yet,
it's pikemen.
2 pikemen is the only thing Euphory queues. This would be great for Gujaras if they would move forward. Camel is hitting a quick wall though.
What is Euphory doing? He's just waiting for Mangadai, I guess.
He's got 2 pikemen. He's on the treaty again. First kill for the riders. Yeah. See, riders cheating. Idling the whole base, and the TC doesn't even kill them. See how good they are at rushing.
This is such a good rush for Mojito. There's no villager. There's 1 villager working on a stable, but Euphory apparently refuses to make units out of stables. Yeah,
now he's killed some camels, finally. I mean, the camels would be great here, but villagers are still idle. It's only 1 kill, but so much idle time on the Mongol, and more keep coming in, killing the pikemen. Needs to stop the castle builds, though. There we go. Villagers on the castle, 77%. Man, if Mojito wins this, the reverse might be really live. Now switching to the other castle. Riders squishing in there. It's not many villager kills, but the delay is really nice.
True. Elephants are arriving, but the castles will complete. Skirmisher. Mongol skirmisher. What a weird opening for you.
1. It's a no unit opening for Euphory.
Yeah. Surely now that the castles are complete, he's going to start making something, right?
No Mangadai queued either. 3 more skirmishers queued. I think Euphory can't build and queue at the same time.
I didn't notice that being an issue in the previous games, but it seems to be here.
Nah, in game 1 it was an issue. Maybe in the other games we just... I mean, in the Poles game it was fine.
Well, in the Portuguese game you didn't make anything early either.
Yeah, you just made the Vitorias, like...
Yeah.
I think it's his hotkey setup, maybe? That doesn't allow him to do both at the same time? Or his rather not using hotkeys setup, maybe?
Right.
Mojito can get full southern control now. They're fighting over the...
Yeah, true.
Right Albert Hall.
The southern
resources
are super far north, aren't they? It's not usually this far north on the map, is it?
Maybe?
Maybe I'm wrong.
It's roughly normal. But yeah, maybe a little bit further north than normally. It's not as anomalous as the river, though, I'll say.
Where are the SO?
Oh.
I mean,
Oh,
Scorpions are fine,
close,
but I think we need to catch up right now.
Yeah,
There's 56 elephants on the field.
Last chance to Gamba on game number 4, about to close. It is not ending with the rush. Megadai versus Elephant Archers.
Nice of bombard cannons. So that'll slow down the rush, or the push rather, from Mojito. I don't know if this is a rush anymore.
I'd really like to see more castles on the gold area, fully locking it down for Mojito. Control the south. Don't really need to push the base even on this map. Doesn't mean you shouldn't if you can. But losing Elephant Archers to Siege, I don't like this fight for Mojito too much. He can't replace them. People are really being too risky with them. Elephant Archers is strong if you can keep them alive. Not if you trust too much in the HP. Bombard Cannon. I need some shots. Once again, Mojito would have 2 micro bombard cannons. But you could just go more cavalry, right? I mean, all of the Mongol army here dies to camels. If stagger formation right.
They're dodging the SO shots, dodging the Mangadai shots.
Yeah, or Shivamsha in front. Just because of the camels. A camel Shivamsha mix would probably be ideal here. Yeah. I'm sure you even need Elephant Archer. Probably don't even want to go Elephant Archers. It's my job. This camel Shivamsha mix.
Yeah. SO!
Oh, big shots. Big shots. 16 villages only for Euphory, so he's running out of gold and can't really reproduce that, but he's killing all the Elephant Archers. Both might be out of eco soon. Mojito still has a food bank though, so actually hasn't overspent on the units here. Now Q the Lord.
Market yet,
no,
so that's still an option.
Body Q Hussar again.
He loves the Hussar, bro. He loves Hussar so much.
Oh, I have food. I need to waste it on Hussar. Game number 8.
This is not the fight the elephants want to take. They might win it, but it's going to be real costly. We need a market.
He has gold.
From
he has
anyone.
Gold.
There we go.
He has gold. Why are you doing us out if you have gold? Euphory still pushed to the brink though. He has got problems himself. Yeah, I guess he needs a market to sell some wood maybe. But Mongols do kind of want those are. Even at this stage, Mongols is a civilization that's an exception to the rule. Because their wood gold units are really strong.
15 more SO.
The Elephant Archers are dying.
I don't know. Yeah. Still great map control.
Yeah. It's a great spot for Mojito. It's just like... Can't say it anymore. I give up.
I feel like Mojito's playstyle does not mesh with the Gujaras very well. He always ends up having to micro...
I don't think it has anything to do with the Civ. He just makes a SAR and loses.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he should play like Bohemians, where more people, everybody that's not Euphory would never make Lightcalf, but...
Right. Well, true.
Apart from that, like, every unit gets a scout line, so he can make the same mistake with every civilization. The Elephant Archers aren't like correct for the matchup, but like you need to know all the matchups for that, which I think should be a caster advantage there maybe. Maybe should pick Teuton so he doesn't make scouts, but I don't think he wants to play Siege. So
yeah,
there's probably a reason he's picking the fast civs over the Siege civs. So he doesn't need to change that. Like he just needs to not make the Hussar before the farms with the fast civs.
But it's yeah, I guess so. Shrevamsha can still snipe through to the siege. I feel like he gets into these situations where he has the elephant archers against SO or whatever, and then he has Hussar trying to dive on the siege, and it just isn't good.
Yeah, but in the games, he could also make Paladin or Tarkin or Camel.
Elephants.
There's also normal.
Elephants.
No, normal Cav units. Ah, all the elephants are dead. And now it's only Hussar.
Oh no. Euphory going full siege composition, just Scorpion SO.
Spaz says Megas for Mega Hussar, but I know what Mojito would do. He would make regular Hussars from stables.
He used to play like
cheaper. I guess for Gujaras they're also cheaper. He has some farms now, like maybe he can stall it long enough. Euphory will run out of gold very soon in his base. He has the little forward gold there now, but the siege death ball is looking so scary now. And if only we had a unit that kills all of this siege while dodging all of their shots. Not even anything to protect the siege.
That costs gold though.
40 riders and all of this stays. It's a perfect situation for a Shriramsha rider. If there's a dream situation to use a Shriramsha rider, this is that situation. The Sara kind of also able to do that. Now there he has fully go.
Down the SO.
Oh man, if he closes this with Hussar, he would never learn his lesson. Okay, I'm almost happy he didn't clear that with Hussar, so he's gonna play better in the future. It might be worth more.
He's still microing great with the bombard cannons, same as last series. He's dodging Scorpion and SO shots like a beast.
One Hussar might be a hero, finding the forward gold operation of Euphory, and that is a crucial lifeline for Euphory, who also has a kind of Mojito problem now of 0 food, 0 on food. So he cannot make any meat shield for that. Yeah, but if Euphory is making only siege and Mojito is making only Hussar, eventually even the Hussar will work.
Yeah, the KD's not going to be pretty, but every siege unit that goes down is very expensive now for Euphory.
That one Hussar has 6 kills already.
Oh, he really loves these elephants, man.
Yeah, maybe you're right. The elephants are an even bigger problem here than the Hussar. But in a lot of situations, the elephants would be fine, and where the Hussar is like a more general mistake. You know, that's why the teacher is more angry at them.
Too, but not like this.
I mean, if the elephants would stand behind the bombard cannons to kill any Hussar that tries to snipe the bombard cannons, that would be okay. But the elephants are in front of the bombard cannons.
Euphory is expanding his farming eco to the north, completely unprotected. But I don't think Mojito has come up here at all this game, so that might be fine.
Hussar check, 12 kills now.
It's still working.
Right.
How many do you need to clear up all these scorpions?
That's probably enough to not die. See, they dodged all the SO shots. They don't die to the SO, I wanted to say.
But yeah.
I mean, yeah, with the SO now finding more shots. They weakened the shield, right? That was kind of important.
Yep, they did.
SO took away the shield, now the Scorpions can actually kill them. Bombard cannons, lots of bombard cannons in a risky position. Attack rounds are so hard against Drill SO.
Oh, jeez. He's both times he's been in these situations against not even SO, but like the best SO. It's really unfortunate for Mojito.
Yeah, and the strength of Gujaras are still pushing the siege back.
That's true.
Now he's making riders. He's making riders. He's making riders. He's finally warming up to it. 14 more riders, 22 on the field. Euphory needs camels. He has the food eco now to make, well, to make a Sar, because he's out of gold.
Yeah.
He has stone. He's trying to use that.
The Sar are not going to get it done against anything the Gujaras want to be making.
Here comes the Rider Storm. He's splitting them up, but they're clumping back together against the camels. Some Mangudai hit the field again. Not too great against neither Riders nor Elephant Archers.
Also,
There's a
Euphory
part of
hasn't
the
collected any of the
again.
relics, right? He's had the north control this whole time, but no relics taken yet.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to do in DM. I'm not really expecting relics to be a focus, and I wouldn't even recommend it.
Well, it'd be good now that he
for the
has 0
stats.
gold. It's
Yeah,
tough, I
would be good.
agree, but it would be nice to have them.
You need to micro siege here, so I don't know. I would never press my scholars to get relics. If they feel like they have the freedom of mind to do it, then they will do it.
Okay.
Scorpion's getting some good clear-ups. Castle goes up for Euphory. It's being trapped. We'll also have some riders in queue, so there's some hope. Mangudai will try to get the traps down. Getting the traps down, but Bomber Cannons kills the trap of Euphory in the meantime. And there's a new trap. I was drinking, but that castle is very under risk. Gets
Mojito's raiding at the top.
Good reaction by Euphory.
I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but he's killing a lot of villagers.
Really nice. Switching the attention of the siege player. I love this from Mojito. Like, the siege player has a hard problem looking in all the spots at once. The mobility player should have the easier option nowadays. Riders especially, which are also the other beauty of the units. You don't need to micro it. Like, you can micro it amazingly, but it also does kind of okay if you look away, because they dodge everything that shoots it. That's why it's a dream of a unit for me. It's fun to micro, but you don't need to babysit.
True.
No other unit has that combination.
If he does babysit them a little bit, he could get a huge clear up on the Scorpions. And he's getting a good clear up.
Getting quite some days, also getting more raids at the north. Elephant Archer raid. Emptying those farms as well. And if there's no gold and no food, what do the Mongols do?
I think they have to call the GG if they're completely out of both of those resources. Gold. This is the last gold for Euphory that is also being raided by elephants at the front. And I think we're looking at a decider game 5 here. Don't know if there's any way back without the gold.
Starts winning, continuing the reverse sweep by the power of the coolest unit in AO2. It's really the only reason I love Gojara so much. It's Shrimamsha.
The Shrimamshas.
I mean, I like market camel all-ins. That's like the other reason they're good at that. I don't like the elephant archers part. I like the camel part of them.
The things I like about the Gujaras are the elephant archers and the chakrams.
Okay. At least note that down, clip it. Lucky said he likes things about Gujaras.
I do like some things about them.
Even if it's things that I don't care that much about. Jeffrey calls the GG Gujara victory. Lucky comes even having to watch it. And we get the scripted game number 5 after it looked really rough. The first 2 games, like with the Feitoria and with the Bohemian Cavalier, and Euphory winning that in kind of a flexing way. And then he A, picked poles, and B, met the Gujaras. And it's a close series.
That was a great game for Mojito. Even with the weird start from Euphory still established himself. Mojito capitalized off the slow start, though, took good map control. You know, little Hussar misstep here or there, but found the right units at the right time, and I think just played that really well against a tough Civ to beat if your opponent's good with Siege, like Euphory is.
Yeah, you just had to play with my heart rate.
Yep.
You don't remind me of that Hussar moment. I was getting so desperate. We like the 2 other casters. We appreciate Mojito's cast coordination a bit. So if you're a Euphory fan and lack neutrality here, obviously we were only rooting for Mojito so we get the decider game 5. Would be a lie, but We could.
This is
act
going to be
like
so
we did.
bad, because now it's going to be Dravidians on Acre, and they're going to lose, because it's a terrible map for them.
I wish. I'm still not too sure about that. But Euphory loses both his home maps, and Mongols go down to Gujaras. We've got Burmese and Berbers as options. I still think Euphory should pick Tatars.
I think he should as well.
Flaming Chemis against the Burmese. I think the logical choice for Mojito is Burmese, and then Euphory. Now this is a Euphory fan angle, guys. And then Euphory has the opportunity to win the Game 5 decider in open map DM with Flaming Camels.
Maybe you don't pick Burmese here because you're scared of the flaming camels.
Berber Dravidian True would be amazing. Berber Tatar True would be amazing. Yeah, we should probably just go Berber, given the opponent's civs.
Yeah, I think so. Berbers are. I think Berbers can die to sort of the mid-game Dravidians if they don't kill them early. Late, if it goes super late, they have the advantage again. But I don't know if you're worried about that necessarily.
I'm saying Berber Tatars.
I think it's going to be Dravidians. I'm saying Berbers Dravidians. Maybe I'll jinx it into not happening.
It's happening. You're right. It's Berbers Tatars. Game 5 is up. Mojito, the chance to reverse sweep.
Alright.
In the tournament he is organizing against the Michi top 6 player Euphory. I'm at 3 seconds. And you're at 13?
14 this time.
Oh, start the game already though.
True. Dravidians are gonna have to pull out another tough Civ matchup. They've done it multiple times this tournament. Let's see if they can do it again.
3, 2, 1, go! Let's go! Take down the Dravidians, Mojito, with the Berbers.
Stables. He's doing the frost.
He's doing the Michi thing. Food gold unit.
Oh boy. This was the map I saw the Dravidians win with unelite battle elephants. So it won't be the first time necessarily.
Really? I frosted it on Golden Lakes, but
yeah, I saw another one.
Okay. Well, he's not queuing anything from the stables. Maybe it's Nightcap. He's queuing Yurumi. For Yurumi. Once again, Euphory with the phenomenon of not queuing buildings while he's building buildings.
Would still like have gets a kill. But the slow Civ and not queuing units is so tough. It's really tough, and the Yurumi are not going to get it done against the Berbers, I'm sorry to say.
Chipmunk, all I will say to your comments in chat is 1 kill. Camel Archers and Camels are being masked. Where is the rush? Mojito, this is so punishable.
Just stay at home, Mojito. Wait until 200 pop. It's fine. We don't need to worry about it.
He did the rushes last 2 games, and they worked. So why is he not doing it here? You should have concluded from the set that Euphory is vulnerable to them.
True. Elephant archers on the way. Elephant archers are difficult for the Berbers to deal with.
I thought he was moving in. He moved 5 tiles forward and then...
I know, he keeps stepping forward a little bit more.
I'm sleeping too much. I need to close my window.
He's waiting for the siege. Bombard cannon's on the way.
Maybe he's laughing too hard to do actions because he's seeing the battle elephants?
He's running from the Urumi.
It's really no reason ever to run from Urumi unless it's 10 times Civ bonus. They're actually beastie in 10 times Civ bonus.
Do they they get extra splash damage?
Yes. They kill everything in a big cone. It's amazing. Camels are fighting the elephants. Bombard cannons. I'm not sure why we have bombard cannons. I think one of those would be better here. The elephant archers should probably clear everything, right? It's only unupgraded elephants plus the elephant archers. Camel archer, ele archer is dying here, and the double camel comp should be superior to the double ele comp for once. Castle snipe. Bomber can stop shooting.
Rumi are actually killing the camels pretty nicely. Of course, they die immediately to the camel archers when they get involved. But you know what? 30 elephant archers to 30 camel archers. I think that should be the elephant archer advantage.
Nice work by Mojito baiting Euphory into building their castle further before deleting it, so he can snipe more stone.
Euphory deletes his TC to put a castle down.
No, I don't. I think the castle is a culprit. We actually accidentally deleted his DC. Oh, what's that? The bombard cannons. Can you pause a second? I want to go back and see what happened there.
The castle. Well, the castle doesn't go up anyway.
Oh, yeah, maybe he did. No, it dies. You're paused, right? I'm going back and trying to find out.
I didn't realize you were. I didn't realize you were.
It died. It died. He didn't delete anything. He died. The TC died to the bombard cans, and he replaced the castles. Okay, I will just keep going from here, I think, because you're probably really far ahead, and you can go back.
I'm at 751.
Okay, it's not that far ahead. But yeah, he's trying to construct the castle after the TC died. He has another TC at least, so there's at least a TC. But Dravidians are in trouble, losing the TC, even in the castle form. And now I will pause in a little bit as Mojito retreats from the ele archers. I'm at 751.
Okay.
Count is down.
3, 2, 1, go. Would still like
Forward
getting some kills.
castle feels optimistic right now. Lucky that the villager didn't start it, because that would have insta-died. Another villager going though. Will it started? The camel archer's blocking it. It is started, but it's not dying this time.
Okay.
Because the camel archer nast is in place. It's actually
Would
a reverse
still
sweep.
Killing the onagers. And not quite.
KD joked about the winner interview earlier, but if Mojito reverse sweeps here, I want an interview.
I think Euphory can just patrol in here. He's got so many elephants.
No, camel archer's too strong. Mojito's patrolling in there, and I think that's correct. The trade will be resource-wise great anyways, even if he loses the fight.
Yeah, true.
Onager's not shooting.
Skirmishers killing the camel archers.
Okay,
Dravidian skirmishers, OP.
Okay, Mojito, when he watches back, will hate me for this, but I would like to see him Q his R.
You can't say that now.
That's purpose. It's purpose. It's one of the sieves that Qs are before farms. Yeah,
Castle's
I
denied.
know. Everything depends and so on, but there's like 3 sieves that do.
I'm sorry, Mojito, but it's the Dravidians. I have to root for them in this one. So I'm very excited about this counter charge out by Euphory.
Euphory is fully out of food though, so I think my boy, the anti-Dravidian player, is fine.
Mojito actually hits the market first, which is really nice. I think that's the first time in either series.
I don't like, but selling wood, I mean, it's balanced comp. I don't like the market at all. He's 50 on gold. He doesn't need a market. He needs food and gold. Mojito just hates food and gold.
He was out of gold, but...
Yeah, but he has gold eco. If you have gold eco, you don't need gold.
That's true.
You can just wait.
Castle goes down. We need siege now.
He's ecoing like an anti-marketer. Then I think if he keeps ecoing like with full on gold eco, then he should try to keep his food and wood in place. That's why those are issue generally. And wait shouldn't market.
Dravidian skirms.
Camels.
Still trading against the camel archers. On the skirms.
We've got some scorpions as well. Scorpions are a nice choice here against everything that Euphory has. Against Urumi, against skirms, against elephant archers.
Yeah, sure. Kind of. In low numbers, the elephant archers actually kind of deal with them.
Taking HP off them is nice, but yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
Scorpion
true.
number isn't really high enough to make a big impact here.
Oh, Mojito's
better than
gonna
Hunt
try and
Scorp.
kill the Trebs, but I don't think this is gonna be a good fight for him if he commits
That's a
to
bit
it.
too early. Your voice is rooting for Mojito again. Have you given up Dravidians already?
I'm divided.
Yeah.
I like
fine.
Euphory too a lot, so I want both of them to win, unfortunately, which can't happen.
I like Euphory too, but he's Dravidians. Elephant Archers keep
Elephant
fighting in
Archer's
pretty
going
low
down.
numbers.
Yeah.
They are still like resource efficiently trading, I think. The Yurumi
Mojito's
in front
losing
are doing
fills.
fine.
And he doesn't have very many fills.
That's true, none in the queue as well, but same can be said for Euphory. Also only on 60 wills. And now the Elephant Archer mask is gone and there is no reproducing this. It reproduces itself if you save them. That, I will say, is the nice thing about Dravidians, the unique tech. Medical Corps is a really good thing. But Elephant Archers that don't exist can't heal. And there won't be more because we're going skirmishers.
Mojito now buying wood.
Yeah, that's what happens if you
siege.
market with a marketer eco. If you market with an anti-marketer eco,
Yeah.
you end up buying it back.
Mojito's
It's
gonna
not
run
like
out
I've
of
never
gold
done that in
soon,
my
too.
life before. But
he doesn't have much gold left to take. He's hoovered it up super fast.
Mojito should just patrol in. He's won his game.
He does have 3 relics, and he's taking them back to the base, which is nice.
Oh, wow. Okay, he's listening to parts of my advice. I have some hope for the Hussar place to change. At least he's listening to
Well, now
the
you told
relic
him to
part,
make
so
it.
that's good. With Berbers, Mongols, and Magus. With Magus, it's a unique unit.
Okay, I was gonna say. Yeah, Euphory on the full trash army right now is not ideal, even though Dravidians do have
That's
good
all I
trash.
like, though. But nothing to defend them from camels, really. The trash we need here is halberdiers, not skirms.
Oof. They're their own protection. That was a great shot.
Yeah, the skirms protected them, they blocked the way. I said it like it was a joke, but it was actually true.
Yeah. Mojito, just fight with your army, brother. You have so much military back here.
But he's thinking about some things, though, that I keep saying, right? Protect your traps with your army instead of going in. And that's also the problem. Like, Silne complained about that a lot when I was trying to teach him for C-Mod.
Okay.
You try to formulate some general rules when you talk about DM,
Yeah.
and they always have exceptions because it's really complex. And it's a lot about judging situations and experience a lot of the times. So you're like, you told me something wrong is something really easy to say. Which is like the biggest issue of it when you're trying to explain DM in general terms. But that's also why I love it, because it's why it's interesting, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a complex game mode for sure. Euphory could be making elephants again. His eco's fairly well set up for it.
He even has the stables, he
But-
could make bad elephants.
Great raids for Mojito up the top side. Euphory expanding the farms faster than the castles. He has 2,800 stone in the bank. I think he needs to put down some castles.
I think he might have assumed in the north there's a wood line separating him from his opponent.
Yeah, that's the Mitchie in him coming back out.
Another fight in the middle, the Scorpions way less useful now that there's SR on the field, so really nice addition by Euphory. But they do go down to the camels, it's still 34 army to 23. It feels like Mojito has a lot more army.
Gonna snipe the mining camp, which is nice.
It's a gold in the north in the farms for Euphory, but other than that, it's looking rough. Mojito is stealing the front gold of Euphory. Mojito doesn't really have gold, but he got all the 5 relics into his base. Look at this with one player.
Beautiful. He's got the knowledge, right? That's what we've said.
Yeah, if it's not about Hussar, then yes. Pushing forward, pushing on to the main gold. He has resources, like, okay, he's queuing a lot more now. Euphory on trash. Gravadians have amazing trash, but sadly, amazing trash is still trash.
Yeah. Where is the military for Mojito? Okay, he's gathering it on his side of the map, I see.
Yeah, I think he forgot to set gather points for the new stables that he made, so their units are chilling there. Now he's sending it forward. That should be... It's an army of like 30 units, but I think in this situation it's a game-ending army.
Yeah.
Oh, on a gold, alright. Chilling again, just move forward with the game. Yeah, that's been a bit the situation there, Dave.
Mojito
Why isn't
needing...
Mojito making cannon gains? That would be good too, yeah. It's another one of those games where you forgot there's water on the map.
True. Mojito has to wait for siege a lot. If he
starts
developing, if he starts developing a little thing in his head that tells him to make siege like 60 seconds faster, I think it'll help him win a lot of games.
Yeah. It's a combination of not making siege and always waiting for siege to push. Even in a situation where there's no castle defending the base, so you don't even need siege to push here. There's nothing protecting Euphory.
True.
Because he hasn't spent his stone, which is a mistake on Euphory's part.
Still, he's gonna GG out of this game with 5 castles in the bank still.
It's 100 pop to 200. Mojito is sitting very comfortably. I think it's settling inside his mind that he's won the series. And Euphory has settled it in his mind as well. He had a great start with the Portuguese and the amazing Bohemian play. But Mojito gets the reverse sweep done. What a series. Mojito with yet another one of the reverse sweeps.
Yeah, reverse sweep for Mojito. Takes a great series against a very good player. I wonder if Euphory, are you regretting the polls decision? That's the question I want to ask you. go to we ended without the Tatars being played.
Yeah, I think the Tatars have been a lot better than the polls, especially against Hans as well. But after the first 2 games, I mean, I don't know. Did you get a bit cocky after the first 2 games? Euphory? He's saying he just got tired, but I mean, the first 2 games was winning with Bohemian Cavalier and winning with Victoria, so felt like we might have thought we could go for the pole meme.
Mojito says he was overly cautious. I think that's true a lot of the time. I
said it during the game already. I'm usually not doing interviews during the group stage, but I would kind of wish that Mojito visits us in the caster channel right now after that trip. I will get a beer, and I'm sure he's heard me, and if he wants to, he will.
1 sec, he'll hop in. Okay, perfect. Caster communion. Post game caster communion. I do appreciate you for randoming the 2.
Hello.
The 2 civs and choosing the polls. Hey Mojito, how's it going? GG's, man. That was really good. That was a great series.
I didn't expect to win any games this division because, like, you saw how good Ganji was. Like, Euphory looked really strong. I was counting myself out, and then I don't know. I got lucky with the Civ draft where I think he just got 2 randoms, whether that was on purpose or not. And yeah, I did not expect to win a single series. I was expecting to get relegated 05. So,
no. You're a good player, man. It's just like little things. You're like most of your game is super solid.
Yeah, the problem is I've played probably like 20 matches in the past 6 years between DM and RM. So I played probably the least out of everyone in this tournament. And that's like pretty funny.
Still shaking off some
I think
rust.
that's wrong. You played more matches than 6 in DM Nations Cup, and I've seen you play also more games on stream than that. But hi, Mojito. Congratulations. Amazing reverse sweep.
Thank you.
Well played. And
I was
by
just
your,
excited to get one game.
confidence levels, I heard it. I heard everything you said. By your confidence levels, what you just said about your hopes of winning games, you're already a Div 11 player, I think.
No, that's
I'm
happy to hear. Yeah,
because they're all talking like that.
Yeah, the Div 11 is the big lacking confidence division for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You'll fit right in next season once you're promoted.
No, I'm still hoping for I'm still holding on hopes for the caster division. A lot less stressful, I think.
Yeah, you would need to win for that, and you would have to root against Lucky, though. Then you would meet in the same division.
Well, I did just beat Dravidians, so...
Yeah, he's already impacting my mental.
Even as important, no, exactly as important, you won with Gujaras.
I will say I entirely attribute that to watching you cast my series against Ganji and just being like, just make Shrivamsa Riders and you'll win the game. And so this game I was just like, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna make Shrivamsa Riders.
It was so funny because in this game, Otter was like, no, don't make Shrivamshas at the beginning.
But
yeah, it was... because my problem is, and I had this problem against Ganji, and one of the reasons I was so reluctant to like start fights, especially when my opponent had the onagers, was just because I'm so bad at doing the micro when it comes to like dealing with siege and everything. So it's like if I try to push in too much, I would just get nuked. And I lost a lot of elephant archers, and luckily I realized I was like all over the gold early on. So I was able to just keep making things. But it was very much I was just like I'm so bad at fighting into siege when the opponent actually knows how to use siege, because I do not. And so it's just like Shrivamsa at least helped me get there to at least hit the siege, because he was defending his siege incredibly well, and it was infuriating.
I mean, I couldn't be more happier in any way, shape, or form. Dravidians lost, Gujaras won, and it was due to the coolest unit in AO2. Shrivamsa Riders OP. We need to talk about another unit during this process as well, but let's start with game 1. There was Vietnamese against Bohemians.
Can we start with the draft real fast? I have one question about the draft.
Yeah.
Is it the Chinese pick?
A Civ in your draft.
Oh, so I mean, I did promise Otter I would try hard during my matches.
Gosh.
And I need to actually practice the Maya rush at some point, because he did say it was a decent, was it Akure Civ that he mentioned that it could be theoretical, or maybe Fez or something?
Like
Fez. Okay.
Oracle one with the one Fez. And I think they're like half okay there.
Yeah, so I would need to practice, because it's like I joke about loving the Mayans, but I know I have never really played them in DM. So just because I know how bad they are.
For the future.
For the future, yeah.
All right.
This draft, like my first game against Ganji, I was like, I'm gonna pick top tier civs, and like they happened to be siege civs. It did not go well. This one I was like elephants. Mm-hmm. Grab all the elephant civs I could. I didn't even pick the cumans, because I was just like, I'm just gonna keep going elephants. And I think it worked a little bit better.
What was the elephants I thought? I thought you were picking fast civs. For me, it ended up being more Hans, Gujaras, Berbers. I guess that was the civs you won with. Maybe that's the takeaway, to play the fast civs instead of the elephants that you didn't win with, and instead of the siege civs that you didn't win with.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is. I mean, because I had such a bad, like with cumans, I just do not know how to transfer into the mid game or anything. So that was always kind of the struggle.
You kind of did at the
And-
helps. I mean, you just stop at 30 step lenses and then you transition to have SO most of the time.
Yeah,
But it's a bit tricky when to stop, so yeah, I get it. That part
Well,
of
so my
humans
main
suck.
problem with my main problem with that Cummins match against Ganji was straight up the fact that I had that thought of like, okay, the rush is over. What should I make? And I was like, well, I don't want to. I just didn't know what to make, so I was just like, I can just keep making step lances. That's totally fine, right? And then it was not. So that was just
Yeah, that's the
not
Cuban
really
trap.
knowing what to do.
That's called the Cuban
was like-
trap, and many people have
Yeah.
fallen into it.
I
But
at
let's
least
talk
thought
about
of it,
this
but I was
this
just like,
series that you won,
Yeah.
and not about the series that we've already analyzed in the cast that you've lost.
True.
We have to talk about the first two games, obviously. Vietnamese versus
Yeah.
Bohemians. I liked the matchup, I think, if I recall correctly, but I thought it was a tough one. And how surprised were you at what happened in the first 5 minutes?
I'm trying to remember exactly what all happened. Like, I felt decent about my start, and then I think I just took a few bad fights and just.
You were
Again, it
rushed
was
by
the-
Bohemian Cavalier. Shouldn't that be like
Oh, that
completely
too, yeah.
mind-blowing to anyone?
I was a little shocked. I wasn't really prepared for that, but I didn't. I at that point I had already gotten, I think, some stables up and had some elephants and felt decent about my position. I just couldn't keep my siege and everything alive. I didn't push through the pit this time. But yeah, the Cavalier rush, I don't know. I'm just used to getting rushed down, and everyone's out. You always were convinced that I have decent openings, but that was because in DMNC I was pocket every single time. I didn't ever have to worry about getting rushed. So it is.
But
it is
you
difficult this
rushed.
time.
You rushed. I mean, not in game 1, but since we're just going there. But you rushed yourself in DMNC. I remember you having amazing rushes even on Coast to Mountain in DMNC. And I would have liked to see that more in this series. Just rush yourself.
Yeah,
Euphory's openings were really. His opening build orders were fine, but he didn't queue any units, so you would have found great damage with rushing.
Yeah,
and you did in the Gojira game.
Yeah, it's tough because if I try to go rush, I always just feel like I just take so much damage and then feel so far behind, and I just don't think I have the game sense to know like how much I can get away with, and also like quick walling and stuff, which Euphory needs to use stone walls if he's still watching. I don't think I punished him for that anyways, but I noticed it. Which I'm shocking because Michi players use stone, right? They don't quick wall.
I'm surprised he played like an armor with the Palisade was.
But yeah, it's just I am my APM might be higher, but my being able to process the information isn't very high. So it's tough for me to remember to go back and forth and everything, and it's just so if I get rushed, I just need to get more reps in and getting rushed down and learning to deal with it. I also actually at some point need to learn how to do a chicken castle. I know it's just placed down, I just don't know when I'm supposed to place it, and that would help me immensely, but I'm used to
first 3 villagers, like the first 2 villagers that build racks, continue to build the second and the third racks. First villager that builds houses continues to build houses. All the other villagers go into the castle. Is the standard, very fast chicken castle. You do it like super duper fast and not only build 1 racks, or you can build it a little bit slower if you're not actually being rushed and pull the vills off, or just send less vills, but that's the order. But also generally, I would say, like, rushing, I would advise always err on the side of rushing. So even if you lose villages at home, it's usually easier to kill vills, and you will get rushed less and lose less vills if the opponent's busy in the base.
Yeah, it's like I said, it is.
Or you go chicken.
Something I need.
You either go chicken or you err on the side of rushing. That's the 2 options.
Yeah, I think at my division, I can err on the side. I should be erring on the side of rushing more often. I think.
Yep.
I am. Once it gets to the mid to late game, I am definitely weaker than a lot of these other players who have a lot more games and like Ganji was, I think, like 1500 RM or something. Like at that point, I can't beat him in the late game.
Yeah, Hero was a bit different, but also I think rushing against Michi players is viable. But let's talk about Vietnamese Bohemians. So you got rushed actually pretty well by Euphory with Bohemian Cavalier. Big surprise to at least us. And then you had that little push. What do you think went wrong for you? Not pushing through there.
I'm trying to remember exactly. I think it's just I just didn't keep my siege alive, which is I think one of the big things that differentiates me from Euphory and Ganji is that I just am not good at defending my siege. And that's something that I think, more reps is what I need. And so I just lost my siege very quickly. So my push didn't really have any bite. And then also the Cavalier raids kept coming in. And like I saw at the end of this game that he had the side stables. And it was just like, I was so focused on trying to get my eco. Oh, also, I was expecting to have more eco behind it, but my hotkeys are set up in a weird way that I have to figure out how to fix this because I use F for fishing ships from the docks, but I use Shift F to select all castles, and apparently that overrides it even when I'm in the dock menu. So I thought I had queued up like 45 fishing ships, and then I went and
That was
checked,
the
and there were no
pause.
fishing ships. Yeah, so I went and checked, and I was like, oh, there's just nothing I can do about that. So I have to think about how to change my hotkeys for that because I can't. I had to manually spam click F to queue up a bunch of fishing ships. Yeah, so it's because it's Shift F just selects all castles, so it's something I've never really had to deal with because I don't play enough. But so that's something I'll have to figure out. So that's where like I don't think it had much. I like my push didn't have many legs to fall back on because I ran out of resources, and then the eco that I thought I had set up wasn't even rated or anything. It was just not there. So
Yeah, I think the push didn't work because you didn't have the red archers because the cavaliers delayed your castles
yes,
for so long. So it was kind of down to his rush damaging your
I
backline indirectly.
yeah, I realized I needed some more archers to deal with the pikes or something. I just like I essentially went all elephants and then was like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. And I was like, oh wait, I need to make archers. So I dropped a bunch of ranges, try to get something out, and then realized I should do the ratans. But yeah, those cav raids were just so deadly. So
Even doing side
and
stables, it was kind of crazy, and I can imagine how it threw you off. Luckily,
I saw that first game and I was like, okay, so I'm just getting an instant 5-0'd. Like I thought I was just I looked at that like
it looked a
that. I
bit
was like, he
like
did
that.
side
Yeah,
stables that fast. I was like, holy crap, I am just so toasted.
it
So
was really convincingly weird, and convincing by Euphory. Lucky, do you have questions, or take us to game 2 if you don't?
No, I think that covers everything. So I think we can move on to game 2. That was the hyper random.
this
How
was a
did you
fun
like
one.
you liked the
I
generation for this one a little bit more or no?
yes, it's mostly I just didn't really know what to do when it was closed. So I was like, oh, I can just spam some stuff, and then it just like, even if it shouldn't have thrown me off. It did, and so my open just got kind of weird because I was like, in my head, I was like, okay, I should send these elephants forward, and it's like, well, it does nothing, so I'll hold off. And then I was like, what do I build now? And I tried to go for early TCs and stuff, which I was also. Side note, I was shocked that fortified walls are even allowed in the DM hyper random. I thought I looked at the script and there weren't supposed to be fortified walls in DM.
If you
So I'm going
spawn
to
with
double check the
stone
script for that.
walls and the Swift has X to fortified walls, there are fortified walls.
Well, I think it's not supposed to be able to. Anyways, and so yeah, it was. I thought and this was just another one where it was like I was doing a good push, but I just couldn't keep my stuff alive. I was struggling to deal with the bombard cannon micro from him, and then he just started massing up the bombard cannons, and I just couldn't mass up my army, and I just kind of was like, I didn't really know what to do, and so I was like, well, I'm losing half my base, and so I'll just resign. I think I could have. I also relied on the fishing ships a lot in the middle of the game, and then realized after that the fishing ponds or the fish were like
Yep. With
nothing.
Farms would have
So
been better. But I think you just need more
So
angles to attack. Lucky you. Sorry.
you also had to single click all those fishing ships then?
yes,
Okay.
it was So I just selected all
Oh,
mine.
nightmare.
Just tried like I'm sure my effective APM at that moment was probably like 500 of just spamming the FP.
It's a tough one to figure out for sure. When you would see the cast and we had some propositions.
Yeah, I think
But they
I
pushed
also
you.
think I should have gone more to water. Like I made that one dock and made a few candy galleons. I think if I had made a few more candy galleons, I would have been better. and just start pressuring multiple sides of the base, maybe.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if you had gone around the back of the base, you would have found a lot of eco back there.
Mm-hmm.
You could have even sniped the Fetorias. Did you realize that he had
Yep.
Fetorias? And if yes, when?
I didn't realize it until like I sent my hero ship around back and saw that he hadn't taken that back corner, and then I didn't think I saw anything on the sides, and I was like, oh right, he can make Fetorias. So like at least I don't think I really actively thought this too much, but I was like, well, he's gonna run out of resources soon, because even though Fetorias get you infinite resources, it's so slow that it feels like you're not going to be able to continue to produce out of them. But I just lost all my steam. My forward castle didn't pay off, and then the Fetorias kicked in. So, how many Fetorias did you make?
3, but I don't think they kick it
Oh,
in any way
jeez.
on that map. But,
Yeah.
I guess it's
Well, I
easy
don't-
eco, but it's
Yeah.
just worse than villagers. But I guess it's less work. So you can focus
Mhm.
on microing the helps more. And I guess on Div 13, the bombard cans not having to be microed is nice. But enough about your losses. Let's go to the start of the reverse sweep. How did you feel about your draft after the first 2 games?
I mean, the draft didn't really make much of a difference in my head, because I was just like, the only thing that was surprising was not banning. I was surprised that Euphory banned Aztecs and Armenians over the Huns or anything like that. So I was like, at least I have the Huns. And I didn't really rely too much. I didn't plan on having the Huns be very good, because I played a warm up game with Chipmunk right before, and I just randomed into the Huns, I think, and I just got smoked. And so I was like, I don't really know how to follow up or anything, and so I started. So with the Huns versus, I was pretty convinced I was going to do Huns on Savannah, just because it's like, if there is one thing I've practiced more than anything else in this game, it is Huns on runestones and Franks on runestones, though my Franks opening, when I've tried it a few times, is garbage. So Huns are just like, there's a reason that I recommend every single lower div player to either ban Huns or try to pick them yourself, just because it is at this level just like such a free advantage with no houses. It makes the open so easy. But yeah, so then it was Huns against and then I saw the polls, and my first thought was, oh god, I'm going to be a poll statistic. This is terrible.
He got into your head with that pick. Is that why you
On
picked
top
the
of that-
polls, Euphory? Why did you pick the polls, Euphory? Euphory is answering about game 2 and game 4, and he's writing things in chat. But why did you pick polls? That's the true mystery.
I was about to actually message Euphory during the draft when he picked the Bohemians, because I was like, that's 2 randoms in a row. Like, is this either confidence or did he like disconnect or something? So I was like confused. And then when he ran to the polls, I was like, okay, so he's just not picking the polls. And then I don't know, when I saw them, I was like, at a certain point, if I can just
right? He could have
stay
taken it instead.
alive. Yeah. Because I knew like polls are just bad. So it's like, if I can at least like do decently, I should be able to win in the long run, as long as I don't fall over immediately and lose all my units and stop queuing. And so he played it really well, and like I feel like there's a lot of fights that I took when I looked away to do something else, and then came back and lost a lot of cav archers and a lot of stuff. The arblests were causing me surprising amount of problems, but I was able to get that middle area with the early rush, snipe a few villagers, and then just kind of spammed so much siege to try to at least get some damage, but he was so good at sniping it.
Okay, Euphory has an interesting explanation. He swore his entire family that he had no other civilizations. I completely forgot about Romania and Mongolian. Are you Polish?
He has eyes only for the polls. I don't blame him.
I mean, at
What's wrong
least
with
the
family?
Poles made an appearance, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was excited to see Poles. The game could have ended. Yeah, I was happy that you get a win, or I would have been happy that the Poles get a win. That would have been cool. No, it's Peruvian, according to Insights. So. At least similar
Starts
flag
with
colors,
P.
I guess.
Close enough. Yeah.
I mean, if you random polls, you got to try to win with them, right?
I was gonna say it was, especially with how the set had gone. Like, I don't blame him at all for that pick. That is a style points.
Yeah,
Like,
you
dunk on
did
your
after the
opponent.
first 2 games after the Bohemian Cavalier. That's what I said as well. I understand it.
Yeah.
But how the set
And-
ended, obviously, it doesn't look as good anymore. And
Mhm.
luckily, you had a 1 OP Scorpion, if you believe Chipmunk. You will enjoy that sequence in the VOD, I'm sure, so I will not say more about it. Do you have
The
questions,
one OP
Lucky?
in that game.
Yeah, we won't talk
I
more
did
about
try
it.
to
I
keep
want to
it
keep the
going, yeah.
surprise of the VOD. Watch the VOD.
No questions. Just that I thought you played that game really nicely. The map control was super good, and you capitalized off the rush very nicely, I thought.
I will say I was incredibly frustrated when I made the side castle and side stables and then like looked over there every once in a while and I was like, there is no raiding going on. What the hell is happening? And then realized like when I tried to click and watch the hussars go through the base, and I was like, what? It took me a minute to be like, oh, he house walled. And so then I made the siege workshop. But I was just like, God, I set up the side stable and it did nothing.
It ended up coming pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we should move on to game 4. Did you have any? Were Gurjara's always going to be the Civ there? Because like Berbers can do all right on Thames, and Burmese can do some things on there too.
So essentially, I kind of worked backwards in the sense of when I made my draft and I realized I was like, I don't have a Accuray Civ in the sense of like Persians or Koreans. Like like the best unique unit Civ I felt like I had was Berbers. So kind of from the get go, I was gonna do Berbers there. I had originally planned on doing Berbers for hyper random, and then changed that when I realized that Berbers are gonna be my Accuray Civ. Essentially, that's like I'm such a low division in my mind that I'm not really thinking about what my opponent's going to pick unless it's very, very like, oh, they have 2 camel civs. I'm not going to pick the Magyars into them or something. So it is much more of like what I feel like is good for me. And so it's either between Burmese and Gujaras. And on one hand, I was like, Burmese, I could just do elephants, but on Thames, I'm not sure if that would be a good idea for me, especially because my elephant play with Vietnamese wasn't great. And then the Gujaras, I was like, it worked well against Euphory, or not Euphory, Ganji, but I was missing the Shravamsa Riders. If I just remember to do Shravamsa Riders and knowing that Gujaras are just so good, maybe it'll work out. Because I was just like, I may as well play, because like even if I am bad, Gujaras are still an insanely strong Civ. And so I was just like, I think my best bet is just Gujaras and then save the Berbers for Accuray. And then
Letting
Burmese,
Otter
I was
get into
like,
your head way too much, bro.
I mean, I see the top players ban Gujaras a lot. I see, like just the bonus damage, like all it's silly to watch them. They just look like they do so much damage, and they're so annoying to play against. So yeah, I was like, it was pretty much set after Hyper Rant. Like pretty much, I think my only decision was what I was going to do on Golden Lakes. But even then, it's kind of like I pretty much worked through already and been like, all right, I'm just not playing the Burmese because I think the Vietnamese have the better elephants. And then Berbers, Gujaras, and Huns were all like the only chance I would play the Burmese was for Thames. But I figured the
Burmese
Gujaras, since I
elephants
didn't do
better.
like,
But let's focus on the
are they?
glory of Gujarat. Gibraltar asked if you were inspired by his Thames play for your Thames play.
A little bit in the sense of I realized when I wasn't getting rushed that I should just spam a bunch of castles down at the gold and try to vacuum it up. I assumed that he was fully based up on the north side around the monument with like castles and everything, but he only had farm space. And so, at the very least, thanks to Gibraltar and Jake Warrior's game earlier, it at least made me think about how to think about Thames as a whole. Because it was an active decision not to go north for a while. just because I was like, I'm trying to focus on winning the south side.
Yeah,
If I try to
I think
focus
that's
north as
correct.
well, I am gonna split. I'm not good enough to be able to do both sides. And I kind of wish I had done like when I sent the small squad of elephant archers and a few villagers up.
I think you did
that
it
would have
in
been
perfect time.
perfect. Yeah, I think I could have maybe gotten away with a few earlier and maybe get some damage up there and slow down the eco. But yeah, it was definitely helped that I casted such a great game and had a lot of thoughts from that game. So
Yeah,
that,
obviously
the Mongols were
Euphory
so hard.
is pointing out like the opening. I want to ask some question about the opening. How did you feel about the damage you did in the opening? You rushed relatively late, and then well, you had round shots in his base. How did you feel about the damage that you did there?
I think I was surprised because essentially I tried to rush at the start, and then I saw like Euphory just immediately quick walled, and I was like, I'm not gonna bother. And then I made some, and I hadn't been attacked, and so I was like, okay. Well, I remember Otter had said, "Don't try to defend with Shravamsas," so I was like, I'll just send some forward, and I happened to find a few picks, so that helped. It was hard for me to determine how much damage I actually did because I didn't feel like I had done enough. But I at least was like, okay, well, if he's in the back defending, I can at least move my units forward and claim the middle and then claim the gold area. So that was like, I don't really know how many villagers I killed, but knowing that I had I kept him on his back foot allowed me to like be like, look, I should just fully fortify the gold area. Because I think this is my view of Thames has been turning into it is Golden Pit or Golden Lakes with the gold on the bottom side. I think it is just like whoever controls that area will often win. There's more like it's not the only thing that matters, but it feels so strong to just gain that footing and just have access to all that gold. And I was able to just.
It was just go back to rush. It was the best rush ever that only killed one villager.
Really, yeah, that makes sense.
You only killed one villager, but you idled his villagers forever.
I think I did notice that.
That's the strength of the riders as well. The TC doesn't kill them.
Mm-hmm.
They stuck around forever and everything was idle. And also Euphory wasn't producing. Euphory, I think you have some, like, maybe some hotkeys to change, perhaps? Because you're never queuing when you're building. It's one thing we found out about you, Euphory. But then, the main question about the whole set as well, and you will probably be very annoyed at us, mainly me, when you watch back.
Yeah.
The main question is, when do you make hussars and when do you make gold units?
So, I try to queue up the gold units a lot, but I spend all my gold, and then I will be like, okay, I'm gonna queue up hussar, and then I will be like, oh, I'm out of food, and so I'll try to queue up, and I have gold, so I'll try to queue up the gold units and stuff. It's kind of just like alternating between them. The problem is that I didn't want to make Shravamsas for a while because he had so many halberdiers and onagers and scorpions, and I didn't realize that the Shravamsas would dodge the siege shots, specifically the scorpions. So I was trying to make hussars for a while, and then I realized that was the case, and so I swapped to Shravamsas. And I also just didn't have a lot of food eco, and so I was kind of being like, okay, well, if I don't have food, when I do, I should be making gold units, and just I don't know, because I keep it's I always have that mentality of one gold unit, one trash unit, and my gold unit there was elephant archers, but
yeah, that was really a mistake too.
Works.
But yeah. That's another topic. It's it's the same. It was the same every game for 10 games. You have a lot of food left, and your eco could be great to keep producing, and then you dump it all into Hussar and almost throw the game. Your eco's on gold, and you're gonna I have gold, and you don't have food anymore. If you just hold production for a bit and wait for the gold to come in from your 50 villagers on gold and keep making gold units, you will do a lot better.
Okay. Yeah, because it is a lot of times where I like spend all my gold, and then I'm like, I have no queue and I'm, I often will take a bad fight, and so I'm just like, I need army, spam hussars. I need something on the field so I don't get overwhelmed immediately and then fall back, because it's with my skill, if I start falling back, I'm usually not coming back from it, right? Like once I start falling back and losing ground, I feel like I just cannot crack back at any point. So that's kind of why it's just like if I'm on the aggression and I'm just like I have food and no gold, my thought isn't I should stick with I should wait for gold. It is I need to spend my food. So I still have the mindset in RM to or the RM mindset of you shouldn't be banking resources, which again, not the best.
Yeah, watch some Leaf games.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You play like Leaf, but you play with the mindset of Leaf. You just have to catch up the strategy to him.
Yeah.
Leaf does it super well without market, with only gold eco when he doesn't need to make farms, but he doesn't overspend his food. If you want
like
to
my
play
market
like with aggression in mind and not with early macro in mind, then try to watch some Leaf games and try to spend your resource like he does.
Gotcha. Yeah, my main purpose of the market, like I need to start using the market more instead of as an emergency button. A lot of times that'll be like, oh, I haven't set up my food eco properly, and I'm out of food. I'm just gonna spam buy food at the market, or I'm out of gold. I'm gonna sell all my
Yeah, solid
resources
in
to
the
get
burgers.
gold and stuff. So yeah, so it's
That's
yeah
what the
that
market's there for.
that fourth game, I thought I was losing that until like midway through, and I think it was mostly until I realized up north he didn't really have anything, and he hadn't collected the relics, and then I was like, oh, he's running out of gold. And that was also part of the plan for the fifth game, which I'll get to. But it was, I thought I was just taking so many bad fights, and he was doing his siege micro so well that I thought I was on, like, even with that gold placement and stuff, I was like, I am seconds away from just collapsing at any moment. Because yeah, like the elephant archers were just not doing. They were nice, but I was throwing so many away because he was so good with he had so many onagers, and it was so hard to deal with the onagers.
I'm out of questions for game 4. Shrivansha OP, obviously. Take us to game 5, Lucky.
I don't have the heart to take us to game 5. You guys.
That's mean.
So you obviously had a Civ win there. Why did it take so long to win?
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, is it that hard of a Civ win? It feels like it, but it was, even with the camel archers and stuff, the elephant archers, I feel like if I wasn't taking, I took a lot of bad fights into them, I feel like, and just there were a few fights early on that I felt like I should have won, and then I looked back and I just did not have the numbers to win the fight, and that kind of spooked me a bit. So that might be why I was so cautious too.
Yeah, I think it's not in like the mid game. It's not a Civ win, but I think you could have probably won the game in the first 2 or 3 minutes. You were very cautious with those first few camels and camel archers you made.
Again, I think I was under the impression that I was going to get raided, and that I don't know. It is like camel. I want to keep my camel archers alive, and I need to get a critical mass. So trying to send them forward sounded like the wrong play. I also kind of like stumbled a little bit with my opening, I feel like. Mostly because I just haven't really practiced Accuray. And so I was more worried about like getting my open properly and just not pushing in and losing all my units before I was ready. Just because it was, yeah. So and then the other thing is I'm looking at Otter stream right now that he pulled up. I just wanted siege. I just did not want to push without siege. Is my thought. I assumed that with how long it took me to get going, that he was also going to be very well prepared, which he kind of was, but I kind of underestimated how much slower the Davidians are.
I talked about it with Euphory in chat a bit. He has trouble queuing before he's grouped up his buildings. So he's never really producing early, so you could have won a lot more games if you just backed on your better setup hotkeys for open map DM and early production. Obviously, it's something you don't realize during the set as well as we do, if we're watching it from God's eye view. But the siege is like you tend to make late siege and then you wait for the siege. If you don't see a castle, just go in. And if your army starts losing, pull them back.
I also will, very embarrassingly, you're gonna see actually with your clip, like I destroyed that TC, and my first thought was I won the game. Boom, because I thought that was his original TC, and I didn't. I realized it after. I was like, oh wait, no, there's another one.
Oh,
But-
that's his main TC on the main gold. You do kill the other one eventually. You replaced it with a castle that never goes up. That was a funny sequence. But...
Yeah. But I saw that one dead, and I was like, okay, I assume that was his main TC. I can just win the game because he can't make villagers or something. And I was like, okay,
so
maybe
you
I go raid or
went
something.
from the game, from the start of the series, thinking you would lose everything 5-0 to being overconfident in game 5.
A little bit. I mean, I still wasn't certain that I was gonna win, especially like after my initial push kind of gets blunted. Because like I tried to do this forward castle, and then he kind of cracks back with units, and I get pushed back, and I'm just like, okay, well, I've been pushed back. It's probably not going to go well at this point. So, and then luckily I added the scorpions or onagers because I think without them I was losing for sure. And I'm not a siege player, so.
Lucky got hopeful for his Dravidians in a bit when you feel pushed back.
Yeah, there was a little spicy right about there.
Yeah, I did not feel great. I think it was one of those things that I've remember, like at that moment at least I remembered, like I can give a little bit of ground. Like if I lose that castle, if I lose that forward area, it's fine because I'm massing my units behind, and I just needed to mass my scorpions and camel archers. And I was shocked he didn't have any halberdiers here. That was my biggest surprise. I think if he had had halberdiers or some other unit besides his elephant archers, I don't think I win that fight.
What did you think when you saw his main army composition consisting of a unit that you produced with the second hotkey out of the archery range?
I didn't really process the skirmishers that much. Essentially, my thinking was there are siege onagers that are causing me hell, and I need to kill them. And I just need to figure out a way to do that. And then the other things are just
not even
in the
considering the skirms right way.
I mean, I did realize at a certain point, but I was like, I'm still making scorpions and camels. So it's like, so long. It's also one of the reasons that I was a lot more cautious with my camel archers, especially because I lost a lot of them. It's because I was like, at the very least, I can realize that I just between the siege, it was mostly just like I need to deal with the siege, and the scorpions can deal with a lot of the other stuff. So it was just mostly like, as long as I can deal with the siege, I don't care what else he has on the field. But.
And did you have Otter's voice in your head when you were placing the monasteries and going for the relics?
Yeah. That a little bit of that, but it was mostly just like I know enough about that I was just like there was a point. I think one of my problems was having to click back and forth so many times that I was like, I'm probably losing units, and I look back and I was losing units. So I probably should have only done like 1 or 2 queues and then gone for it, and then like come back and queued up the other 2 or 3. But it also wasn't the safest monastery. But
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's in the base. It's completely fine.
Yeah, it was a very nice.
Worse. What you can also do to make it a bit simpler is you just make more than one monastery, queue a bunch of monks, send them to the north. At one moment, look back, collect all the relics, make a box around the monks, right-click them onto your monastery, it'll be done.
I will say it was nice. Spot. Yeah, it was the two benefits. The two surprising benefits to doing it this way was actually like I knew that I'd committed enough APM to it, but I knew that like I didn't have to look back there. And then every once in a while, I hear the little ding of being picked up, and essentially every time I heard the ding, I was like, he still hasn't gone up there. I feel like I'm probably doing well. Like I don't think he's expanded too much, and it's also one of the reasons that I was like similar to the 4th game with the gold. I was like, I'm going to go to... It's one of the reasons I started expanding to the south was because I was like, if I can keep him off gold, he has struggled. He struggled in game 4 especially, I noticed, of getting onto gold. And so like I was denying that front gold of his, and I was like, I should go and check. I meant to do more raids, but I didn't. But yeah, the map position, I just see your Furious Comet. And exactly, that was kind of like, especially with that forward position, I was very much... One of the reasons I wasn't pushing in, and I think you guys wanted me to, was because I was just trying to stop that front gold from being taken because I assumed he just wasn't going to have gold anywhere else, and I had all the relics. So
Yeah, well played. Euphory will be a lot more. I think you're going to be a lot dangerous in the decision. Mojito did really well today, but you also did amazingly in the first 2 games, so definitely there is promise. Thanks for sharing the YouTube. And the
Yeah, it was,
relic thing is really funny because you just get the doinks and then you rejoice every time you hear a little pling. It's just what makes
it
it
was the most Pavlovian response I've had where I was just like, ding. I was like, oh, I feel good.
You need those moral
I was like,
boosters built into your game. I really like the way how you did that. I mean, that side is important.
I just realized there's relics on the south side, right?
No,
There's
That's
not relics
fish.
in the bottom corner?
that's fish.
Okay, it's Golden Lakes that has them in the corners, right?
Yes.
I was gonna say, I was like,
Yeah,
I should have gone and grabbed that one, but
No.
I
yeah,
think there
you got it.
was an old version of this map in like its original conception. I think had relics down there. Maybe is that true?
No, never seen it.
Really? Okay.
In the other tournaments, no. There was always fish in the bottom and relics up top.
Okay.
Relics and trawfish up top in the RM gen and deep fish in the south. Yeah, Euphory is searing carrots when we're talking about Carex, probably.
Mhm.
This will confuse him even more. But yeah, Mojito, I don't know if you've got closing questions, Lucky Cows. I asked everything I wanted to ask.
Yeah, I think that's everything. GG's to both of the players. Really good set.
Yeah, it was nice to be able to win at least one game, and then I was shocked when I won the set because I had kind of counted myself out. So this was exciting. Now I might actually have to practice.
Yeah, now you have to win it all, Mojito. Now you're going up to Div 12 to form the caster division eventually.
Yeah.
That's true.
You just have to go high enough to meet the other casters, then they clump up, and then in 2 seasons or so, it's a full division with Gamer, Lucky, Mandy.
Yeah. That'll be good.
Yeah, I don't think it's mathematically possible for us all to end up in the same division next season anymore.
You're playing too good, Lucky. You're the problem.
Well, I think Mandy is also maybe. Mandy could easily finish ahead of me. But I think one of us is probably going to win at this point.
Yeah, I guess that's all for me. That was a fun set. I ended up having to cancel I was supposed to do like an hour or 2 of Destiny because I have a different meeting in 13 minutes that I have to go to, and was gonna try to get some Destiny in, and then especially after the first 2 games where I lost very quickly, I was like, oh, this should be fine. I'll be done by like 7 or so. And then I was like, oh wait, I won the 3rd game. This might take a while. And the games were good. So
yeah, I had to rethink some plans tonight too for the full set, but it was very worthwhile.
You said you didn't have time to cast the set, Lucky.
I
could have actually raided you. No, I had to stream 3 sets. But it was fun. It was worth it. GG's, guys. I will need to get up.
GG's. To get going for the meeting then.
Congrats,
Thanks for
Mojito.
casting, and yeah, I'll catch you all later.
Yeah, see you around.
Thank you for
Peace
co-casting,
out,
Lucky.
both of you. Thank you. It was fun, as always.